Okay, good morning and Tashidilek students. So today I'm going to start one poem, and the name of the poem is No Men Are Foreign. Okay, and this is written by English poet James Kirkup. Okay, yes. Now this is a very beautiful poem, and it carries a strong message of universal brotherhood. You know, so the people are busy building their own walls. They are busy building their own territory and borders. We have we versus they. And that's why people wage war against each other and it destroys everyone. Okay? Yes. So the poet comes up and he reminds us that despite all the differences we have, we all are same. That means we all are human beings. You got it? There is no room for any war against one another. You know, our leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, has always been telling us that you are one of the 7 billion people of this earth. Despite all the differences, everybody wants happiness and nobody wants suffering. That is true for all the people. So why there is a war? Okay, so the poet, he was also having this idea. He was totally against war and he believes that God has made everybody same, no difference at all. Okay, I'm sure you will enjoy this very beautiful and simple poem. Okay, yes. So before we read the poem, let us look at the, which is a blue box. Okay, this part is very important. This gives you some idea or the main gist of the poem. Okay, so let me read this for you. Have you ever thought of some people as strange or other countries as foreign? We have many ways of thinking other people as different from us as them. They may belong to a different country or speak a different language. In this poem, however, the poet reminds us of the many ways in which we are all the same, for we are all human beings. You got it? So, by reading this, you will get some idea what this poem is about. This poem is totally against war. War is useless. Okay, there is no winner or the loser. At the end of the day, everybody gets the problem. You got it? We should not destroy this beautiful planet which belongs to all of us. Okay? Yes. The nature has given us everything equally. The nature does not separate us. Okay? We are separating ourselves by building our own walls, boundaries, border. That's why we have foreign. That's why we have we versus they. Okay? And this starts lots and lots of problem. You got it? Okay. Now let us go to the stanzas one by one. Okay? I will read this. Remember, no man are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes, like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. Okay, now this is the first stanza. You know, the poet reminds us, the poet wanted us to remember. What should we remember? We should remember that nobody on this earth is different. It's strange. We all are same. And likewise, no country as foreign. We cannot say he is a foreigner. So foreigner means the one, what should I say, who is not from your own country. So obviously there is some kind of separation. Okay. So according to the poet, no man are strange and no country is foreign. He says everybody is equal. Okay. Yes. Now, beneath all uniforms. Now here uniform means the people who wear uniform. Normally we are talking about the soldiers, military. Okay, each and every country has their own military who safeguard their country. Okay, so beneath all uniforms, okay, they may be different kind of which are soldiers, but under all these there is one human being. Everybody is same. We all breathe the same air. Okay, there is no difference at all. Okay, we also breathe air, they also breathe air, so they are same despite their uniform. Okay, yes. And likewise the brothers here, I mean the soldiers, okay, the military, the land on which our brothers walk upon, okay, they walk upon, it is the same earth. They are not walking on the different which is earth, they are walking on the same earth. Which earth? The earth on which we all will have to go one day. Okay, we all will. Everybody will finally die. Okay, when we die, we will lie. Okay, we will get buried under this earth. So this is same. They are no different. You got it? Okay, yes. So let us go to the second stanza. They too, aware of the sun and the air and the water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winters starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we reaped a labor not different from our own. Okay, yes. So even in the second stanza, let us see what message he gives. They. So they means the people we believe as a different, the people who live in a different country. Okay. Here you can also consider the so-called the enemy. Okay, yes. They, just like us, they are aware of the same sun. They did not have any different sun. Okay, the same air and the same water. They are also aware of the water that we have, the air, the sun, everything. The nature is same. They also share the same nature. Okay, likewise, they are also fed. Okay, by harvest. They eat the food. Whenever there is no war and the whole country is peaceful, they enjoy the different food, just like us. But whenever there is some war and there is a winter, there is obviously shortage of food. So they starve. Okay, we also have this experience. So is there any difference? No difference at all. Okay, so the uniform will not make any difference. Okay, yes. Their hands are ours. Their hands, if you look at their hand, they have the same hand. Okay, the lines, everything same, and they also work hard, okay, in order to earn their livelihood. We also work hard, so labor means work. Okay, they are not different from us, so we all are same basically. You got it? So this is a very strong message from the poet. You got it? There is no difference. Okay, now the third stanza. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and the strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Okay, now here again the poet is repeating the word remember. Okay, the poet wants us to remember. He is reminding us that the so-called they, the people who live in other country, they also have the eyes like ours. How do we use the eyes? We open our eyes when we wake up and we close our eyes when we sleep. You see, so they also have the same, which is eyes. You got it? No different at all. And the strength can be won by love. Everybody, what should I say, gets attracted by love. Okay, they can be won by love. If you show love, if you show care, they can also come in your place. Okay, so they are the people who can be, what should I say, won by love. Okay, so they are no different. In fact, in every land, wherever you go, there is one thing that is common, and that is life. Everybody, the life is same. Okay, we can easily recognize them, and we can which we easily understand. So is there any difference? There is no difference, but we are trying to create, what should I say, our own difference. basically we all are same. Then why is there war, okay, in this world? You got it? Okay, so let us try to see what the war will cause, what will happen to the earth, what will happen to us, which if we have any war in this world. Okay, yes. Let us remember whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Okay, yes. So the point once again, which tells us to remember that whenever we are told, okay, sometimes we were told by somebody, okay, that we have to hate our brothers, we have to hate our enemy, we have to hate the other person. Which would I say? Whenever you are told to do this, you should not listen. Okay? Yes, because if they told you to hate brothers, okay, actually we are just dispossessing ourselves. We are just depriving ourselves. We are just fooling ourselves. We are betraying, or we are just condemning ourselves. We are not condemning. We are not fooling the other person, but we are destroying ourselves. We are just fooling ourselves. So you should not get fooled, okay? Because there is no reason why we have to hate others. Let us build friendship. You got it, on the other hand. So this is very important because we all are basically same. You want happiness, the other person wants happiness. You don't want suffering, the other person does not want suffering. Okay, it's all same. Okay, we all are same. Okay, yes. So we have to have this feeling of universal brotherhood. Okay, yes. Now the point further says, remember we who take arms against each other. Okay, if we take arms, we wage war. If we take weapons, okay, against each other, it is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and the dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no man are foreign and no countries strange. Okay? Yes. So whenever we take arms against each other, it is the human earth. We are not destroying anything. We are just destroying our earth. We are just making our earth dirty. You got it? Okay, yes, polluting. We are just polluting our own earth. And which is that earth belongs to everyone of earth. Okay, if something bad happens to the earth, we will also get the effect. You got it? So if we take on arms, okay, if we fight with arms and ammunition, we are just destroying, we are just polluting our, what should I say, beautiful earth. Okay, yes, making our dirty. And likewise, because of the war, because of the arms, there will be lots of fire, there will be destruction, there will be lots and lots of dust because of the war. Okay, and what will this do? These will just pollute. Okay, this will just pollute the innocence of the air. So innocence of the air means the air is very pure, isn't it? It's very clean. We all love this. But because of the fire and the dust which comes from these arms and ammunition, it gets polluted. Okay, and what happened? And then we have to, the air, okay, belongs to all of us. If the air is dirty, we will also breathe the dirty air. Okay, so on both sides, there will be no advantage of which are waging a war against, what should I say, both the parties, isn't it? So instead of that, we should all make friends. Let us all have this, what should I say, the feeling of universal brotherhood. Okay, yes, whenever there is whenever two countries there is some kind of what should I say, problem like this, instead of using the arms, instead of taking arms, we should have some kind of dialogue. Okay, this is what His Holiness our leader was also, what should I say, emphasizing. It's a dialogue. There should be dialogue. You got it? So the point, you see, he was totally against the difference that we create. Okay, he believes that the war is not good. The war destroys everyone, whether you are a winner or the loser. We all have to pay a heavy price. Okay? Yes. So our lives on this earth is very short. So why don't we, which is live a very, very happy life? Okay, we observe this universal brotherhood where we respect one another. Why do we create some kind of unnecessary boundaries? Okay, so if we have no boundary, then there will be no foreigner at all. Then we cannot say they and we like this. We all are same. The God has created everyone equal. The God, the nature has which treated everyone equal. Okay, so we should learn all this thing from our nature. Okay, yes. So once again, the poet makes us remember. The poet reminds us that no man are foreign and no country strange. Okay, so he just used the same repetition here, but he had just changed the words here and there. Okay, yes. So this is a very beautiful poem by the English poet James Kirkup, and I'm sure you have learned this. And when you were in class 8, you remember you have also done one story, okay, the best Christmas present in the world. Okay, yes, this is about a story about the what should I say, which tells us that we should say no to the war. Okay, everybody wants friendship. Okay, yes. So after finishing this, I want you to do the exercises. The exercises are, should I say, it's very simple. So I'm sure you can do these, okay, exercises by yourself. Thinking about the poem. This is about this poem. Okay, yes. With all uniforms. What uniform do you think the poet is speaking about? You know, the poet is speaking about the military, okay, the soldiers, like this. How does the poet suggest that all people on this earth are the same? So there are so many which points the poet suggests that we all are basically same. We use the same nature. Okay, we also go hungry during long winter and wartime. We enjoy our life when the situation is very peaceful. Okay, yes, there are so many, what should I say, instances. Okay, in stanza 1, find 5 ways in which we all are alike. Pick out the words. You just go to stanza 1 and then you will find lots and lots of them. Okay, yes. Okay, how many common features can you find in stanza 2? Pick out the words. You go to stanza number 2 and it's very easy, right? You can easily get those which are common features. Okay, yes. Whenever we are told to hate our brothers, when do you think this happens? Why? Who tells us? Should we do as we are told at such times? What does the poet say? Now there are so many questions. Okay, yes. Who? When do you think this happens? Whenever there is some kind of miscommunication or some problem. Okay, and then we are told to hate our brothers. They are enemy. They are our enemy. We have to hate them. Now these things go. Okay, yes, because of our narrow understanding, because some people create some kind of negativity like this. So, according to the poet, we should not fall prey to these people. Okay, instead of that, we should spread love, we should spread friendship like this. Okay, yes. Now, let us, what should I say, discuss some of the literary devices. Okay, in every poem, the writers, the poets use literary devices. And what is a literary device? Literary devices are the devices used by the poet to make their poems very beautiful. Okay, so let us look at the poem and see what kind of literary devices the poet use. Okay, yes. So normally we start with the rhyming word and rhyming pattern. As far as this poem is concerned, there is no rhyming scheme because all the words they have got a different ending sound. Okay, yes. So the rhyming scheme is not there. So it is a free verse. So free verse is a which is a stanza where the poets don't follow the rhyming scheme. Okay, yes. Now, the next literary device we have here is alliteration. You know alliteration? Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound, the same beginning sound. Rhyming word is the same ending sound. Alliteration is the same beginning sound. So, in stanza 1, you see body and breath. Okay, now there is the same b sound here. So this is alliteration. You got it? Now if you look at stanza number 2, we have wa and we have winter. You see again, wa sound is repeated. So this is alliteration. You got it? Okay, so alliteration is there. Now, what about this, what should I say, the uniform? Okay, so uniform, comparing, okay, uniform is, which we are talking about the soldiers, okay, so this is a metaphor, compare, okay, there is a indirect comparison, okay, the uniform, it's comparing to the soldiers. Why? Because the soldiers and military, they wear uniform, okay, yes, so this is a metaphor. Okay, yes. So likewise, the wa here, the wa is compared to winter. You got it. So during winter time, there will be shortage of food. So during war time also there is a shortage of time. So was long winter. So the why is compared to a long winter. It's everything. Okay, empty, lack of food, like this. So this is a metaphor. Okay, so you just go through this poem and you also know the literary devices. We have got alliteration, we have got metaphor. Okay, yes. So I want you to go through this very beautiful poem, and if you get time, you can also translate one or two stanza into Tibetan also. Okay? Yes. I'm sure you have enjoyed this beautiful poem, and thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next lesson. Bye.